So on this video, which is part of an introductory series for Final Cut Pro version 10.3, I'm going to show you a few kind of options for organizing your media within your events. So I'm just going to scroll over here. So I've been working with a couple of events within our previous videos. So we're just going to work within those. I'm just going to show you a couple of different options. So once you have established this is a particularly good example because it's got lots and lots of different clips. And if you were to spend your time kind of going through all of these clips looking for the one clip that you want to use, that can take a bit of time. So there's a number of different ways that you can organize your clips. One of the first ways that's quite easy are your keywords. So the keywords are indicated by this symbol up here, which is that of a key. And also the keyword shortcut Command K, which you can see here, which is Show or Hide Keyword Editor. So there's a number of, you can make absolutely your own choices as to how you want to categorize the images, and it'll be very different depending on the type of project that you're doing. But for this one, I'm going to categorize it in a number of different ways. So I might have, for example, crowd shots. So shots which show the crowd as opposed to the artists performing themselves. So I might pick a couple that indicates these are, participants as opposed to performers. So this might be a crowd shot. This might be a crowd shot. These are all generally performers. That's definitely a crowd shot. This one as well. This one too. Then you can have keywords that are applied to a couple of different types of clips. Like it doesn't have to just be one, because certain clips will apply across a number of different categories. Some will be crowd shots, but they'll also be nighttime shots, or there'll also be close-up shots or those kind of things. So you can have a think about that. So these are sort of crowd type, or it might be activities or crafts. So I've said these are all the ones I want to consider to be sort of crowd shots. So I've selected all of those. Holding down the Command key allows you to select and to deselect more than one. So here then I'm going to go up to my key and I'm going to create the keyword crowd and hit return. So we've now got this purple word crowd, and you can see here that these blue lines have started to appear on a few clips. And then within our folder, we now have a subcategory. So we have these little drop down triangles. Click that, hide some, click that to open it. So those ones there are going to give you the options to create those. So we now have one keyword, which is that of crowd. So I'm going to create a new keyword, which are maybe performers, because I have a few performers here. So I'm going to select this one here. Also selecting, I'm going to leave bands out for the moment. I'm just going to have performers as a different category in itself. I might choose these guys. So you're sort of artists. Okay, so I've got a couple there that I'm just going to have as performers. I'm going to open up the keyword, performers, return. I'm then going to choose another one, so I might choose DJs. So I have a couple of different DJs. Now this one here is a DJ, but then I've also got the DJ is present in the crowd shot. So I might choose this one as well. Got another DJ here. So any others that are further down, not in this selection. So we've just got a couple of DJ shots. And there we are here. Got my keyword selections are still open there. So I'm just going to click DJ, return. So now when I select these ones, you can see here, it's just going to show me the ones to which these keywords have been assigned. There we go. So going back in again, let's find some other options. So let's click on nighttime. So this is one that has been shot at night. So this is kind of later on as well. This lovely lady here. A couple of these ones here starting to get into our nighttime shots. This guy as well. Okay, so I might for that one just hit night. And then I might want my daytime ones organized differently. So again, all my performers on my crowd shots are going to appear in my daytime ones. Because it's a crowd, but it's also a day, so you can kind of decide how you want to organize these. Maybe these ones here, loads of daytime shots. And a couple more down the bottom. Okay, so I might have those ones as daytime. I might also have shots for bands or for details, like, you know, kind of have just some sort of detail shots of, so I might just say these ones are details, particular arts, installations and things. These fire bits and pieces here. So I just put details. There are loads, but for the moment I'm just going to throw those ones in so you can see. I should probably do bands as well. I'll do bands too. Let's do a band. This guy would kind of be a band. And almost be described as that band. Yeah. Cool. So we'll pop keyword bands. So now you've got a number of different subcategories that exist. So when you're organising your media, you're going to choose particular files that indicate the clips that you want to use. Another way that you can organise your footage, which can be quite handy, is you might want to be very specific. I mean, this would take a bit of time and it would depend on how much kind of detail you want to go into. But you might decide within certain clips, it might be a half-hour clip and one particular moment that you know you want to get. So while you're kind of looking through your footage, maybe the point just where she emerges from this tree here. So the way to make a small selection from a clip is to use the letters I and O. The letter I is for in, the letter O is for out. So when I hover over this point on my clip where I want it to begin, hit the letter I. That creates the in point. If I scroll over, maybe to where I want to finish, maybe this one back behind the tree, I'm going to hit the letter O. That's created a small selection of the clip. This can also be done by sort of dragging the ends out, but if you want to be really specific, the I and O are quite handy. So within that, you might say this is my favourite part of the clip. You can then use the keyboard shortcut F to create a favourite. And you can see, hopefully, that there's this little green line has now appeared in the clip. So you could do that with a couple of clips. Decide, okay, it's the point maybe where these girls like emerge, or maybe you want to see from where it's the waist down to where they walk and wave. Maybe it's that part there, so then you can hit the letter F. You might decide that it's the point where she brings out the card. That's your favourite part. Click O. Favourite that. So we've got another couple of favourite options. So I've selected here the event, so that shows me everything that's within the event as opposed to alternatively. Now if we go to all clips up here at the top, this is clip filtering. You can click on that. So if I click now on favourites, that's only going to show me my favourite selections within that. So I might go in now into these and there's nothing that's going to appear because I've only made favourites on a few selections. That's my favourite clip, which is my favourite section of the clip, even within the crowds. And then maybe the daytime, a couple more because these are all in the daytime that I've made. If I make more than one selection within the same clip, let's go back up here to all clips. So let's say within one clip, I make a few selections. So let's do I and O, favourite that, I and O, favourite that, I and O, favourite that. I've now made 3 favourite selections. So if I go up now, that would be within my crowd. I'll go to favourites now. So it's given me all 3 of these clip selections as 3 separate clips, and it's only going to give me access to those particular portions. How those are then used in the timeline, they're not as restricted as you think, but that's just to give you those ways of organising. So that's a couple of different ways that you can organise your folders in addition to just bringing clips in. So your folders are where you can store information about a particular project, a particular file, and then within that you can narrow these down and start to create subcategories that allow you to access your files or your particular favourite sections with a bit more ease. Lovely, thank you very much.